Hello students, welcome to my channel RSC. Students, if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please go and subscribe my channel. This will increase my enthusiasm. I would be very much thankful to you all if you also hit the notification icon. And today we will be doing balancing. Oh, before that, let me tell you a big sorry because I could not post the video yesterday which I have committed. So that's why I am posting it today. And the maths video you will get it tomorrow. You will get maybe 2 videos of maths tomorrow. So let's start. Now what is the first question? It's Na plus O2 gives Na2O. Now I have written it, students. Na plus O2 gives Na2O. Now I am showing you a very easy and convenient method through which you can solve it. This method is known as trial and error method. So in this trial and error method, we will just see there are 2 sides, reactant side and product side. In this reactant side there are Na, and product side also there is an Na. So in the reactant side there is only one Na, and in the product 2 Na, and O. In the reactant side O is 2. See, there are 2 O's, and on the product side there is only one O. So first what we have to do, we have to just make this O 2. So what we will do for making this O2, we will just write 2 in front of it. We cannot write anything over here, we just have to write anything in front of the element. So Na2O. Now Na2O is a compound, sodium oxide. Now when we are putting 2 over here, the Na becomes 4. So the oxygen comes to 2, so it is balanced, but the Na changes to 4 in the product side. So what we have to do, we just have to write a 4 over here so that the Na also get balanced. So now students, the balanced equation is 4Na plus O2 gives 2Na2O, and the whole equation is balanced. Now we will come to the next equation. Coming to question number 2. CH4 plus O2 gives CO2 plus H2O. That was the equation. Now I have written reactant side and product side. Reactant side is this side and product side is this side, as I have already told you. Now C is 1. Over here also C is 1. You can see it, C is 1, and over here also C is 1. H is 4 in this case. In the reactant H is 4, and over here also H is 2, not 4. Over here H is 2, and in the reactant side O is 2, and on the product side O is 3. Now our motive will be to just balance the H and O. So what we will do? First what we will do, we will just multiply with 2. When we are multiplying this element with 2, it is becoming 4, H is becoming 4, and the O is also becoming 4, students. This one is multiplied, okay. Now O becomes 2 and plus 2, it is O also becomes 4, but in this case O is only 2. So what we will do, we will just multiply 2 over here. So O becomes 2 into 2, 4. Have you understood, students? I am telling you once again, CH4 plus O2 gives CO2 plus H2O. Now C was 1, over here also C was 1, over here H was 4, but in that product side H was 2, and on the reactant side O was 2 and product side O was 3. So our motive was to just balance these 2 terms, H and O. So for balancing that, we have just, what we have done, we have just multiplied 2 with H2O, so the H becomes 4 over here, and the O also becomes 4, since this is 2 plus 2, so O also becomes 4, but over here O was 2. So what we have done, we have just multiplied this with 2. So 2 into 2, O also becomes 4. So the balanced equation came to CH4 plus 2O2 gives CO2 plus 2H2O. I am not writing the balanced equation, I am just telling you this. You have to write the balanced equation, just I have written in the earlier sum. Coming to the third sum. Third sum is Al plus NaOH plus H2O gives NaAlO2 plus H2. That was the equation. On the reactant side Al was 1 and on the product side also Al was 1. On the reactant side Na was 1, product side Na was 1. O and H. In the reactant side we could see that there are 2 O's and on the product side there are already 2 O's present. On the reactant side H is 3, just see 2 and 1 3. So we just have to balance the H in this case. For balancing the H we are writing a 2 over here. When we are writing 2 over here, what it is becoming? 2 2s are 4 and 1 5, but 5 cannot occur, it must be 6. So we are just multiplying 2 over here also. So it will be becoming 2 2s are 4 and 2 6. So H becomes 6. I am just rubbing it and writing 6 over here. H becomes 6. So how can we do this? H also 6. We are just multiplying 3. So 3 into 2 it's 6. So I am just rubbing and writing 6. But due to this 6, the Na becomes 2 over here, students. So we just have to do 2 over here. So that now for writing 2 over here, the Al also becomes 2 in the reactant product side. So for that, on the reactant side also we have to multiply it with 2. So Al2, Na2, these 2 are balanced. Now what is O over here? Now O is 2 and over here also 2. So the O becomes 4. And in the product side also see 2 2s are 4. So the product side also O is balanced. Now H is also balanced, which is 6. So the full equation is balanced. 2Al plus 2NaOH plus 2H2O gives 2NaAlO2 plus 3H2. This is the balanced equation, students. Now coming to the fourth question. Fourth sum is Al2O3 plus NaOH gives NaAlO2 H2O it will be. Now in this case Al was 2 and in the product side Al is 1. So first what you have to do, you have to write 2 over here. So the Al becomes 2 and for that the Na also becomes 2. So we just have to write Na, before Na we have to write 2. For this change the O and H changes. Just see, the O changes to 2 into 2 4 and 1 5. Okay, the O changes to 5 and over here the H changes to 2, which is already balanced. So the O gets balanced, the O also get balanced. Just see 3 plus 2 5. So 5 and 2, H is also balanced, O balanced, Na balanced and Al also balanced. So the balanced equation comes to Al2O3 plus 2NaOH gives 2NaAlO2 plus H2O. So this is the balanced equation. Now coming to the fifth sum. The fifth sum is Pb3O4 plus HCl gives PbCl2 plus Cl2 plus H2O. Now the reactant side and the product side Pb is 3 and the product side Pb is 1. In the reactant side Pb is 4 and on the product side O is 4 and on the product side O is 1. In the reactant side H is 1 and on the product side H is 2. Now first see, students, that O is 4 and in this case O is 1. So just what we will do, we will write 4 over here, and for that 4, when we are writing 4, the O becomes balanced but the H changes to 8. So what we will do? We will just write 8 over here. So the H also gets balanced, but the Cl comes to 8. Now just see students, Pb is 3 over here and Pb is 1. So what we will do? We will just write a 3 over here. So the Pb gets balanced. Now coming to the Cl part, Cl I have not written, I am sorry, I am just writing it. Cl, it was 1, now it is 8, I am directly writing 8 over here, and just see students, 3 to just 6 and 2. So the Cl also gets automatically balanced, 3 2s are 6 plus 2 it is 8. So the Cl also automatically gets balanced. So the balanced equation comes to Pb3O4 plus 8HCl gives 3 PbCl2 plus Cl2 plus 4 H2O. So this is the balanced equation. Now we will come to the sixth sum. In the sixth question, Na plus H2O gives NaOH plus H2. So the reactant side Na is 1, the product side also Na is 1. In the reactant side H is 2, on the product side H is 3. On the reactant side O is 1 and on the product side also O is 1. So just seeing the H, what we will do? We will just write 2 over here. Okay. So when we are writing 2 over here, the H comes to 2 plus 2 4, and for that Na changes to 2 and O also changes to 2. Now students, you can ask me that, sir, why I am not writing here? Students, if I am writing over here, so the H changes to 4, that is why I am writing over here. So the H is over here the H will change to 5 if I am writing over here. So 2 2s are 4 plus 1 5, that is why I have written it over here, the 2. Now the Na becomes 2, the H becomes 4 and the O becomes 2. So what we will do over here? We will just write 2, so the Na gets balanced. Now the H is 4, so I will be writing 2 over here, so the H will be 4 and the O will automatically get balanced, it will become 2. So it is the balanced equation since the H, O and Na gets balanced. So the balanced equation is 2Na plus 2H2O gives 2NaOH plus H2, that is the balanced equation. Now we will come to the seventh sum. In the seventh sum, Na2CO3 plus HCl gives NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. Now Na is 2 in the reactant side, but it is 1 in the product side. So what we will do, students? First we will just write a 2 over here, so the Na becomes 2, and for that Na the Cl becomes 2. So what we will do? We will just write 2 in the Cl part. So Cl gets balanced. So what is not balanced? H. Just see H becomes 2 over here and it gets automatically balanced in the reactant and product side. So the equation gets balanced and it is Na2CO3 plus 2HCl gives 2NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. This is a balanced reaction. Now we will come to the eighth question. In the eighth question, Al plus H2O gives Al2O3 plus H2, that was the equation. Now reactant side we could see that Al was 1 and on the product side Al was 2. So we will just write a 2 in the reactant side, so the Al gets balanced. But the O is 3 in case of reactant product side, and in case of reactant side it is 1. So what we will do? We will just write a 3 over here, so the O gets balanced, but for that the H gets disbalanced, the H becomes 3 into 2 6. So what we will do? We will just write a 3 over here, so the H also becomes 6 and the equation gets balanced. So the balanced equation is 2Al plus 3H2O gives Al2O3 plus 3H2. This is a balanced equation. Now we will come to the ninth sum. In the ninth question, the equation was Pb3O4 plus HNO3 gives PbNO3 whole twice plus PbO2 plus H2O. That was the full equation. Now for that, students, Pb was 3 in the reactant side and on the product side Pb was 1. So what we will do, we will just write 3 over, sorry, Pb was not 3, Pb was 2 over here. So we will write 2 over here. Since we are writing 2, the Pb changes to 3, the Pb gets balanced, and since it is 2 over here, the N changes to 2 into 2, 4. So on the product side also, on the reactant side also, we have to do the Na as 4. So we will write 4 over here, the Na will change to 4, but for this Na, the H changes to 4. So what we will do, we will write 2 over here. Since we are writing 2 over here, the H changes to 4. 2 into 2, it's 4. And what about the O right now? See the condition of O. 4 3s are 12 plus 4, 16. The O is 16. And this case, O is 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12. I am telling you again, 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12, plus 2 14, plus 2 16. So the O is also 16 in the product side. So the full equation is balanced. Just see the H1, H is 4, forgot it to write. So the H is also balanced, Pb is also balanced, so the whole equation is balanced. So what will be the equation? Balanced equation, Pb3O4 plus 4HNO3 gives 2PbNO3 whole twice plus PbO2 plus 2H2O. This is the total balanced reaction. Now coming to the last question, our 10th question. This is also a very important question, students. All these questions are very important. That's why I have chosen a very important question for you and given it to you. Please write it on your copy by pausing the video. Coming to the 10th question, our last question for today, PbNO3 whole twice gives PbO plus NO2 plus O2. Now what we will do, we will first see the O over here. Just see, students, the O is 6 over here, in this case O is 5. So first we will write a 2 over here. When we are writing 2, why we are writing is to balance the O. 2 plus 2 plus 2, the O becomes 6. So the O gets balanced, but the PV gets unbalanced, which becomes 2 over here. So what we will write a 2 in case of PB. And when we are writing 2 in case of PB, the PB get balanced, but again the O gets unbalanced and the N also gets unbalanced. So the N becomes 2 2s are 4. So first we will write 4 over here. So the N gets balanced, and just see, due to that balancing of N, the O automatically gets balanced. How? 3 into 2 6 and 6 into 2 12. So the O becomes 12 in the reactant side. Same in the product side, just see, 2, then 4 2s are 8, 8 plus 2 10 plus 2 12. So the O gets balanced. I am telling you the portion of 2 again, O again, 3 2s are 6, 6 into 2 12. In case of O I am saying, the reactant side O is 12 and in the product side O is 2 plus 2, sorry, plus 8, not 2, it's 4 2s are 8 plus 2. So the O becomes 8 plus 2 10 plus 2 12. So the O in the product side is also 12. So everything is balanced. Okay. So the balanced equation is 2PbNO3 whole twice gives 2PbO plus 4NO2 plus O2. This ends our today's class, students. And I am telling you again, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe my channel and press the notification icon. Thank you.